Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Tyson here at Supreme Golf. I wanted to bring you a special edition What's in the Bag. I know we all got a set of vintage clubs sitting in the garage, and then in my case, I have maybe about three or four different sets of vintage clubs sitting in the garage. And I threw a set together, and it was all Wilsons. I took it out to the range today, and I'll kind of explain a little bit about how that range session went with these old clubs. So the bag I have is an OGO sport bag. It's a stand bag, and it's got one strap. So it doesn't have the double strap, but it's functional. Also, I'd like to continue in the set I have today. Everything, the bag, the clubs, everything costed me about $25. So you go to the thrift store, you kind of go thrifting, treasure hunting. That's what I like to do. And if I could get a nice set of clubs that aren't clapped out or anything like that for $1 a club, or 99 cents a club, I'm gonna do it. So, all right, here we go. Without further ado, this is the Wilson 4300. It's a Tom Kite autograph. And then I got these driver 3-wood, 5-wood. And I got these in that match flex light steel with the original Wilson grips. These are kind of like those what are they? Golf Pride Victory grips, the corded ones. I like them. They're a little bit short. How I kind of felt about swinging them is coming from a baseball background. A lot of you might know how it is to be walked, and with these, I think this has got to be shorter than a conventional 3-wood played nowadays. So it's kind of like you have to get down there and you kind of have to reach for it. You got to reach out of the strike zone. First off, what I noticed was you can't tee your balls at your normal length for your other driver, because your other driver, the face is so deep, and then there's so much, like, the sweet spots on the drivers of today are just like massive. So that's what I learned right away. And then I got a lot of sky marks. I don't know if you can see, but I got some sky marks on there. I had to tee them down to literally about half an inch from the grass. And then what I noticed was, like, you can't just come up and then grip it and rip it like your drivers of today. I had to slow my swing speed down, and my swing speed is maybe about 80. So it's not very fast at all, but I had to slow mine down in order to get that good connection. I think distance wise, I was probably looking at about 150 plus with this. And the good shots were good, and the bad shots were, let's just say, they weren't pretty. And I kind of felt like Tin Cup when he showed up at the U.S. Open, and I remember he was like shanking shots like everywhere. That's how I felt the first couple shots with this, but it's good. I think I could definitely benefit from a stiffer shaft if I was going to customize these. I'd go with a stiffer shaft, and I probably wouldn't want to lengthen it. I'd probably just want to keep it. I would probably just have to adjust my swing to accommodate these, because not a lot of people are customizing these nowadays. And then plus, I mean, it's in such good shape. The shaft bands are intact. They're not even fading. They're not even peeling off. The grip is in such good condition. Just beautiful clubs, man. Beautiful clubs, and they're so cheap. You can get them go to any thrift store, you can get them. Sometimes I've seen sales, 2 for $1 on golf clubs, or at least $1 a club. I think the most I've paid for a golf club in a thrift store was probably about $3. But even then, at that price, you know, I mean, everybody. I think everybody should have their own vintage club set of clubs. That way, we could just kind of appreciate where golf has come from, and the golfers of those days were driving this driver, 300 yards, and I wasn't even able to get half of that. But I think I'm going to practice a little bit more with these clubs. At first, I was kind of apprehensive of taking them to the range because I'm like, you know what? Nobody plays those clubs anymore. But I've I had many compliments like, "Hey man, those are awesome clubs." I was kind of apprehensive with it, but you know, turned out I had a great time. All right, we'll go into the irons, and these ones have the matching shafts. They're the matched flex light steel, and they got those Wilson cord. They're like golf pride victory grips. But these irons are the Sam Sneed Wilson Sam Sneed Blue Ridge blade irons. These are butter knives, and it's the same with the drivers. You get a good shot, it's good. There's a lot less success rate with these clubs. Um, it's not bad. It's the same case with the drivers. It's too short for me, but it's such a nice club. I mean, the shaft ends are intact; they're not peeling. The grip is in such immaculate condition. I mean, these clubs are. I mean, they got a little rusting in the grooves and stuff, but it's nothing that soap and a soft brush is gonna take out with vinegar too. But I think I could possibly gain these, and I'm um, kind of against taking them to the shop and getting them lengthened. But so I think I'll just play these as is. But I believe I could probably game these at least a couple, maybe 2 or 3 times this summer. Um, they're just so nice, and I like older clubs. It makes me appreciate where the game of golf is nowadays. All right, so we'll go to wedges. I got a 3 wedge setup, and I got that Sam Snead pitching wedge. By the way, the irons I got a 3 through pitching wedge. I don't have the 3 iron in the bag today, but Sam Snead pitching wedge. It's got a little rust, but it's still gameable. And once again, it's got the shaft bands intact, the grip, original grip. See, it's got that Wilson on there. But these are those Golf Pride Victory, and they're just nice clubs, man. And I consider myself extremely lucky to have them. My other 2 wedges are it's a Wilson 50 degree. It's all harmonized, and it's got a true temper, and it's got the old OG Golf Pride tour wrap in the blue. That's at standard length. And then I got a Wilson forged brass harmonized lob wedge, 60 degree, and this has a true temper shaft as well. This one doesn't have a shaft band, but it's got a tour pro velvet. And last but not least, my putter. So it's one of those old school putters. Once again, it's got the matching shaft band. It's not faded. It's not peeling. And this grip is just like It feels like one of those ping grips, but look at the shape of that. Look at the contour. And this is a Wilson, Wilson putter. And usually with all my putters, I play them at like 36 and a half or 37 or 38 inches. If it's like an Odyssey 2 ball, I'll play it at 38 inches all day. But this has got to be maybe about 35, 35 and a half. Once again, with this, I'm going to leave it alone because it's such in like great shape. I love this grip. The grip just feels tacky. So yes, um, I don't really have a specific ball that I play with this set. Um, I got my one little towel. Really nice thing about the course that I'm at, right on the driving range, they got these boxes. You flip them up. You can put your club in, scrub it, and then dry it off. So it's pretty nice. One thing I might have to change out is I got a couple cracks in the face of this. So I'll probably get a few more range sessions, maybe play around with it. Hopefully it stays up and doesn't like completely like just fall to pieces. But that's that. Um, I love these old clubs. I have this is my second set of Wilsons that I've had. I have another set of Wilsons. I also have two sets of old Spaldings, and I got a set of 1974 Hogan Director blades. I have another. I have maybe five or six of these other persimmon clubs. So really, what I want to do is kind of like put like a natural set together, like how they came. Like when you go and buy these, these Wilson Blue Ridge, Sam Snead Blue Ridge, they came in complete sets. And from what I read up on it, was that you could buy them at the hardware store, and they weren't carried. They weren't carried in pro shops. They weren't carried at golf courses. You bought them at a hardware store or a department store, just like with any other sporting goods. So a lot of history behind anything that there's tons of old manufacturers out there that don't make clubs anymore, and some of them are cool looking clubs, some of them are pretty ugly to say the least. But I love treasure hunting. I love finding old stuff like this, and I'm looking forward to playing them a couple more times this summer. So if you haven't already subscribe, uh, hit the little bell so you get those alerts. Also, like the video, comment down below. I always get back to my viewers. And shout out to my bro Debo down in Brisbane, Australia. All right, thanks. Peace out.